All right, good morning. I'm gonna get some stuff set up here. Hope my mic's on. Yeah, it is. All right. Hope everybody's weekend was great. Mine was pretty dang good. Just get going here. A little bit of a late start. Sorry about that. Make sure everybody can hear me. Chat working. Audio check. All right. My name is Darkpool Alga. Welcome. This is a morning watch list session building. Morning watch list building session. Today is Monday, April 26, 2021. And what a great weekend. Just wanted to start with just a couple notes. This week I'm going to start off the small account challenge. It's going to be a cash account challenge. I'm going to take 600 to 6 grand ish, and gonna kind of diary my journey along the way. So let's just jump right into it. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, turn on comments, and let me know if there's anything you want me to go ahead and grab. So let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna do a couple things real quick. Turn this guy off, and I'm gonna fix my mic real quick so you'll get silence for a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. It was tried moving some stuff around this weekend to see if I could get a better stream angle. Cameras are all jacked up, lighting's all jacked, so no seeing me this morning. I'll move this back a little bit. Sorry if that was really loud. All right. So overnight, I'm just gonna grab some news here. Looks like markets were mixed. We've got Fed decision coming up. We've got, so today we've got Fed manufacturing index at 10:30. Let's see if we've got anything else. Asia index was up, Japan closed higher, and Europe was up, with travel and mining being the leaders. Looking at ES futures, overnight we dropped, came back up. We couldn't really break the 50% retracement off of last week's high to the overnight low. That level is 41.75.75. It's going to be a level to watch. If we can get over that, we could potentially move up. That's also going to be a key level for resistance. Looking at the NQ, same type of situation. However, I didn't trade NQ last night, so I didn't throw any fibs. Let me just go ahead and do that. It's low. We'll just go down to this low. Yeah, it looks as a very similar type situation. However, we were able to get above the 618 retracement at 13,937. So looks as if though we off this major run last week, we've retraced about 50%. I would consider this we're in a decision-making period. We came down, we hit the 50% retracement overnight, and we bounced there. Actually had a double bottom. We're on our move back up. Shorter. So yeah, we may just chop between that level. So pretty much neutral. Pulling up some stocks to watch for me today. We're gonna look at, have them written down here. Let me just put it out to you guys. Anybody want me to review any tickers? If so, now is the time to hit me up in chat. If not, I'm going to grab a couple that are on my list. Specifically, Caesar, Neo, Intel, CRM, Cat, and Comcast. Right? So we've got, let's just start off with Cat. Quick look at that. See if it makes the grade. If there's any sort of, we've got some bullish divergence on Cat. I went over that this weekend. Let me look at CRM. So the first thing I do every morning is I come in, I check divergence on the flow index algorithm to see if we've got any bullish plays, anything setting up, and if we've got any major divergences that we should pay attention to. CRM looks possible. Intel. Looks like Intel's trading with price. Cat. Comcast. CM. I always mess this one up. SCA. And we've got some pretty good bullish divergence there. CM, SCA. Just had a request to look at JD. I can tell you from looking at JD all week last week that we are still in a bullish divergence with that. I'll just go ahead and do that one since it came through the chat. We'll start with that one. All right, JD, we've got some strong bullish divergence on the 15-minute flow algo chart, or flow index chart. Divergence started back on the 14th. Smart, large institutional money's steady buying, as can be seen here. We do have some block trade levels that are very important to review. We've got a cluster coming in at this level, 82.80 to 82.90. We've got a block trade cluster. I'll just mark those there. That's going to act as resistance and support. We've also got one that the algo is currently struggling with here. I'm not going to cover up the algo line. That the algo is currently struggling with. As you can see, it comes, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but it basically, the algos came up, it broke through that block trade level, and it's been kind of consolidating at that level. Currently, the 15-minute algo is turned down. However, that can change at any moment. As far as price action is concerned, some block levels to look for to become resistance is that $80.30 level. Currently, we're struggling with this 77.27 level. Once we break that, I would look for a run up to the next block trade level, or whatever Fibonacci says. We're currently, so it looks as if though we broke down, so we had uptrending trendline support that we broke at the end of last week. Looking for that to find a base. It may have. If that can maintain that base, that would be an indication for the next move upwards. Looking down on the 1-minute chart, looks as if the algo sold off on Friday. This looks pretty significant selling. We definitely need for this to find some sort of support. The algo would need to turn around on the intraday level, or the 1-minute chart. I would watch this for the first 15 minutes at open to see if it's going to have any news take effect, see if there's any continued profit taking. Definitely would need for this algo to curl up to indicate that the institutions are starting to buy again. All right. Let me just grab my daily for JD. All right. All right, so it looks as if though over the last couple days we broke through the 200 period SMA. We're currently in a downtrend. Looks like we came down, nice little hammer, setting us back up. We've got support levels at, just call it 73. We've got downtrend support at 73. We came back up. We did not close above the 80 EMA on Friday. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. There we go. We did not close above the 80 EMA on Friday. So this looks as if though this doji could be a potential uptrend reversal candle. Looks as though we have earnings coming up on the 14th. Let me just mark those. Earnings come up on the 14th. We're currently below our EMAs and our SMAs. Fibonacci has got to be redrawn. So previous high to Friday's low. Looks as though if we do retrace to the mean, right, we'd like to revert to the mean. The current mean on this would be the 34 EMA at 81.50. However, I feel like we're going to run into some resistance at the 21 EMA, which is also the 50% retracement, right there at 79.85. So what I would need to see for JD for it to break above the 80 EMA, a retest for support for the next move up to 79.85 and then 81. Feel like those are going to be some pretty significant resistance levels. However, there could be a play up in that direction. I'm not super great at bearish. Let me just look at some of the other. I'll just flip it upside down. This gives me an opportunity to look at a bearish position from a bullish standpoint. All right. If we were to go, if we break that $83 or what did I say? 83. Just throw some levels on here. We've got 63, 53. All right. We're pretty bearish on JD. It's kind of mixed, to be honest with you. If we cannot maintain that $73 support level, we have all of our moving averages stacked on top of us. That's going to act as some pretty significant weight. Our MACD is red and decreasing. We're currently oversold on the RSI. We're below VWAP. Yeah, I would need to see JD break, get back into the $80 level before I'd like to get back into it. Gives those moving averages time to get beneath us to provide support. All right, the next one I was going to look at was CRM. CRM with the dark pool Algo is letting us know that intraday we've got some bullish divergence on the intraday. We would need CRM to come down and provide a level of support that it's currently not doing. We've got Algo trading with price. We've got a couple block trade levels that we'll need to pay attention to. One at 232. It seemed to have provided some pretty good resistance before. We would look for this to provide support. That's a 232.13 level. Below that, we've got one at 227.96. So we're looking at 220 or 232, then 227. The Algo is currently trading with price. Looks as if though we're starting to gain a little bit of bullish divergence that can be seen here. We'd actually need this Algo level to curl back up and start heading higher. The CRM on the chart. Get rid of all this stuff. All right. So going into the end of last week, looks as if though we made a nice run over the last couple of weeks. We broke above the 200 SMA, came back down to try to find some support. Our EMAs are stacked positively. We had a doji going into Friday. However, we did close above the 200 SMA. That's strong bullish indication. We're above VWAP. We are in a weekly squeeze. Our squeeze histograms are stacked positively. MACD is positive, RSI is positive and increasing. What I'd like to see CRM do would be potentially base off of that 200 SMA level at 233, 233.50. We have Fibonacci extension, retracement right at that 232, 233 level. That's our 60% retracement. We're going to use that as support moving forward. Looking intraday for potential targets for this week. I like the... One second here, let me just grab this run. I like the 241 level, followed by 252. Serum options chain. Oh, toss, don't do this to me today. There we go. CRM options. Oh, do we have earnings? No, we don't have earnings to worry about. All right, weekly CRM options for that 241 initial target. Those 240 calls for this week, well within my risk tolerance. They seem to be, they're pretty liquid, about a 10-cent spread. Lots of open interest on those. I might look at those 237.50s for this week's expiration if you wanted to go a little further out into May. The 240s are another good option. They've got lots of open interest on those 240s. Just add those, see how they do it open. All right, next one I wanted to look at was Comcast, CMSCA, CMCSA. I always jack that one up. All right, Comcast, we've got strong bullish divergence. We're currently bouncing, we're currently basing at previous block trade levels at 54.55. We've got block trade resistance at 54.80 and 83. Contrarian, we've got block trade level support at 54.30 and 34. So there's a nice little range there for us to work within. We are, looks like we're in an uptrending channel. Come on. So we've got strong institutional buying. We're currently in an uptrending channel. You've seen here to here. We've used the previous block trade level at 54.35 as support. I would anticipate a move higher into, break of 54.82. We could look for a move higher. So for me, I'm going to say if we break that 5480 level, right, which would be previous highs, which would be block trade levels. Once we get through those, we can definitely move. CMSCA, Comcast. All right. Comcast on the daily. We're definitely in an uptrend. We've got trendline support coming in right at trendline support at the 5350 level, or 53, we'll just call it 50. Just call it 54. So we've got trendline support at 54. Our EMAs are stacked positive. Where we are, looks as if though we closed above the 50, or no, we closed below the 50, but above the 200, so we're squished. We've got this EMA squeeze happening. When our EMAs are, stacked on top of each other and we're squishing. Our MACD is about to turn positive and increasing. RSI is turning positive and increasing. We have got earnings coming up on 29th, so potential run into earnings. I'd like to see us, what was that level I said? 5482. 5482. So we have block trade level at 5482 that we need to get above before I'd consider this an option for me to play. So a break of 5482, we definitely have room to move. That would stack our EMAs positive. We'd be above the 200 and the 50 period SMA. We would be on our way to previous high at 5550, followed by 56. Those are going to be our resistance levels. I would target all right. This confluence of EMA retracement and EMA extension right here at the 5625 level is definitely well within Comcast's reach, having a dollar ATR and earnings coming up on the 28th. So looking at this week's expiration, 56s, those 56s don't have a whole lot of open interest. The actual 5850s have got way more open interest and they're super cheap. However, for my risk tolerance, those 5350s look pretty good. Potentially 53s. Not a lot of open interest on those. Let me jump out to May. The 55 Mays have got a ton of open interest. So I would potentially grab those, holding them up to, but not through earnings. You never know what's going to happen with earnings. You can always get out and get back in. I like the May 55s for Comcast. All right. The other one I was going to look at was Caesars Entertainment. Also, from the news, I've seen that travel and mining stocks are up. Take that for what it was, for what it is. Might want to look into some of those. I've got a vendetta against Carnival Cruise Line, so I may look to revenge trade that. However, I don't think it would be appropriate for me to show y'all what I'm going to do with that one. All right, Caesars. On the 15, price action is trading with the Algo. It looks as if, though, there's some divergence there. However, it's too soon. It just began last week. This could be the Algo continuing to trade with price action. Looks as if though price action is forming a cup and handle. I'm going to go ahead and bring it down to the 1 minute chart. This is for Caesars. Come on. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, price action is trading with the algorithm. That cup and handle is forming on the 1 minute. I would like to see this algo turn around for a move higher. We've got trendline support. We are in that channel that we would need to break. Right? Increasing channel. Right? These are on the daily. Nice little cup and handle formed. We are in the, the long leg of that. Fibonacci is going to give us some targets. Get those drawn. We broke the 618 from there to there. All right. So our MACD is just turned positive and is increasing. We're currently positive, stacked above our EMAs. We've got a positive or higher than normal or higher than average beta. We are in a low compression daily squeeze that's going to fire positive because the histogram is light blue. We're in a higher compression 2-day squeeze. What we'd like to see happen is those squeezes fire and start that Jay-Z chain effect of just continuing to push it higher. We have earnings coming up on May 4th. I just got a notification for something. All right, earnings come up on May 4th. For me to be a buyer, I need to see a break and close above 96.16 for a run into the 105 level. Caesar's got about a $4.50 ATR, so the move from 96 to 105, which is going to be my run into earnings target, should very well be easily achieved. That 105 level, what did I say? When was earnings? The 4th, May 7th, weeklies at 105. Gonna look at May 21st, 105s. Lots of open interest on those. Check out the 14th. Trying to find some good options. We may just have to play this week's and call it good. All right, this week's 105s. Super cheap. Yeah, this option chain's a little wacky. If I were to take a position, I would have to go out to the May 21st 105s. They're a little outside my risk tolerance. So I would probably be interested in the 110s or doing a vertical from the 105 to 110. And that's for Caesars. All right, that's it for me today. Again, my name is Darkpool Algo. I do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like what you see, if you want to get additional tickers, if there's any information you'd like to see, if there's anything you need from me, make sure you hit me up in the comment section below. But you can't do that unless you smash that like button. Smash it, smash it, smash it. Subscribe, turn on notifications so that any new videos that come out, you'll be notified, and have a great day. All right. Where's my... Oh, I'm still live. Huh. All right, let's try that again. Everybody have a great day.